So how to assign the special permissions? Guys, special permissions also executable permissions, right? And what is the difference between X and S? Now we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, special permission. It may be small s, it may be capital S. Okay. So capital S means without executable permission, special permission. Small s means with executable permission, special permission, X executable permission. Got it, guys? So, okay. So now here, if you want to can use small s, if you want to can use capital S. So capital S means without executable permission, special permission. Small s means with executable permission, special permissions. Okay. So first of all, what is special permission? To whom we are going to assign? Already we discussed yesterday read, write, and executable permissions, right? Read means read only permission, W almost full permission, X executable permission. Like the same way, we'll have one more permission called special permissions, right? Got it, guys? So 0022 is a UMask value, right? So first digit 0, this belongs to special permission. This first digit, it's special permission. Second digit, users permissions, right? And third, group, and fourth, other users. So first digit, yesterday we didn't discuss, right? So today we'll discuss about first digit. So this is a special permission. So how to assign the special permission, to whom we need to assign the special permission, now we'll discuss, right? So let's see, guys, here, user special permission. So user special permissions, right? Set UID. Okay. User special permission, set UID, SET UID. Set UID, or you can say SUID also. Users special permission, you can say set UID or SUID, right? And then we need to provide the permission. How we need to assign the special permission for user? So which command, guys? Which command? chmod is a command. So we need to use chmod command to assign the permissions. Chmod u plus s. For user, we are assigning special permission, right, guys? So chmod space u plus s. Plus means we are adding special permission for user. Got it, guys? So finally, we need to provide to whom we need to assign file name. Okay. chmod space u plus s space file name, or chmod. Got it, guys? Or chmod, right? 4 7 5544, whatever, if you want, you can give. So file, right? So you can give 44. So file name. Guys, remember, user special permissions only for files, not for directories. Only for files, executable files. Got it, guys? User special permissions only for executable files. What is the use of user special permissions? We'll discuss practically, don't worry. So let it complete how we need to assign the special permission for user, for group, and for other users, right? So user special permission for only for files, not for directories. Even if you assign the special permission for user, for directories, there is no use. Okay. User special permissions for only files, not for directories. Got it? Next. Group special permission. Set GID or SGID. chmod G plus S. If you want, you can provide the group special permission for files. as well as directories. We'll do one thing. We'll do one exam question called directory collaboration. So because of that reason, I'm using directory here. Okay. So directory name. If you want, you can provide for files also. It's not a problem. chmod 2775, then directory name. I hope you got it, guys. This group special permissions you can assign for files and as well as directories. It's not like this. We need to assign for only directories. We need to assign for only files. So group special permissions we can able to assign for both. It may be files, it may be directories, right? Next, other user special permission. Other users special permission. Actually, we should not call set OID like this. Okay, we need to call sticky. Okay, so we need to call sticky permission. Other special permissions are sticky permissions. chmod, okay, O plus T, don't give S. O plus T, it may be small t, it may be capital T, your wish. So capital T means without executable permission, sticky permission. Small t means with executable permission, sticky permission, right? Or chmod 1757 directory name. Guys, only for directories, not for files. Other user special permissions, only for directories. Only for directories, not for files. Clear? I hope you got it how we need to assign the special permission for user, group, and other users. Now, practically we'll do where we need to use exactly what is the use of those special permissions and those all stuff, right? Got it, guys? So let's see, guys, here. User special permissions for only executable files. Executable files means script files, right? So at present, we don't know about scripts, right? Can we consider one command as a one executable file? We can, right? So we can able to consider one command as a one executable file. Which class? Got it, guys. So now we are trying to assigning the special permission for files. Files means executable files. So for example, script files. So at present, we don't know about scripts, right? We don't know about scripts. So can we consider one command as a one executable file? Yes, always. Command is a one executable file only. It's a one program, right? It's a predefined program command. So the day one we discuss long back, right? So now we are trying to considering one command as a one executable file. Okay. So which command? Root user executable command. Root user executable commands. Okay. So from where we need to get the root user executable commands? From where we are going to get root user executable commands online and offline? So we don't know, right? Slash has been contained root user executable command, bin contain normal user executable commands, right? So you need to read file system hierarchy. Otherwise, there is no use to attend the Linux classes. Got it, guys? Right. So let's see here. ls-l, then sbin fdisk. Fdisk is a command. So this fdisk command, it will be executed by whom? Root. So how to know the properties? ls-l is a command to know the properties of that particular file. So rwx for user, rx for group, rx for other user. Who's the owner? Root. Means this command, it will be executed by only root. So then exit from root user, try to execute this fdisk-l. Can we execute with normal user? It's not possible, right? So clear, guys. Now our intention is anybody can execute. It may be root user, it may be normal user. How? This executable file, guys, user special permissions, it's important for developers, not that much of important for administrator. But try to understand exactly why we need to provide the special permissions for user, that to particular executable file. So developer, he will develop the application. He need to give the access for all the users. How he is going to provide the access? With the help of special permission. If you're providing the special permission for particular executable file, anybody can execute. The student user also, it will act like as a root user for only that particular executable file. Okay. So let's see here. Login as a root user, right? So now how to assign the permission? chmod u+s sbin fdisk. That's it now. So let's verify the properties. Sbin fdisk. See guys here. So we assigned a special permission for user that to executable file. Fdisk, don't consider today fdisk is a one command. So consider fdisk is a one executable file. It's one application. Right, guys? So exit, then try to execute fdisk-l command with the normal user called student. Can we? We can. Now we can, right? So we are trying to executing fdisk command with whom? Normal user. We can. Before, we are unable to execute. Now, if you assign the special permission for fdisk, anybody can execute now. So I hope you got it, guys. Right? I hope you're clear what is the use of user special permissions for executable files. So it's not that much of important for administrator. The special permission, user special permission, it's important for developer. Developer, they will develop the application. They need to provide the access for everyone. It's not like this. Only root user, he need to execute. So clear, guys? I hope you got it, right? Next. Online, can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello, can you hear me guys? Online? Right. Okay. So next, group special permissions. So I hope you're clear about user special permissions. Now we'll do group special permission. We'll assign group special permission for directory. So the concept name is directory collaboration. Directory collaboration. Directory collaboration related question you'll get in exam. 100%. Not 90%, 99%. 100% you'll get one question from directory collaboration in exam. Certification. Got it, guys? So now we'll perform the directory collaboration concept, right? So first of all, we need to create one directory, right? mkdir Pepsi is a directory, right, guys? Now let's verify the properties of Pepsi. RWX for user, RX for group, RX for other users. Clear, guys? So default properties will have, default permissions will have because of UMask value, default UMask value. Yesterday we discussed, right? So why we are getting those all the default permissions? Because of UMask value, right? Okay. So now we need few users and one group. So how to create the user, guys? User add is a command to create a user. So for example, U1, I1, whatever, if you want, they can give. Okay. So user add I1 and I2. And how to create the group? Group add is a command. Then we are trying to creating the group called Red Hat group. Then how to add U1, U2 into the Red Hat group? Yes, guys. How we need to add U1, U2 into the Red Hat group? Huh? User mod -a capital G, group name and username. Right? Now ID I1. I1 is a secondary group member for Red Hat, right? ID I2, both. Got it, guys? I1, I2, there belongs to Red Hat group now as a secondary group members, right? Okay. So now how to change the group ownership for Pepsi directory? Yes, guys. How we need to change the group ownership? chgrp is a command. Then group name, then directory name. Then ls-ld Pepsi. See, the group ownership, it got changed. So now my question, can we able to create the files and directories inside the Pepsi with the help of I1, I2? No, right? Why? So because we don't have W permission for group, write permission. We'll have only read and executable permission for group. So group doesn't have the right permission. Group, if doesn't have the right permission, always group members also doesn't have the permission to create the files and directories. So how we need to provide? W permission for group. chmod G plus W, then directory name Pepsi. Let's check the Pepsi properties. See, guys, here RWX full permission for Red Hat group. So Red Hat group having full permission means automatically group members also having the full permission. If you want, you can verify. CD Pepsi login as a I1. Login as a I1. So try to create one file inside the Pepsi directory with the help of I1. Can we able to create, guys? Yes. Got it. F1 file, it got created. Who's the owner of F1? I1. Group owner? I1, right? So this F1 file, how many people they can able to use? F1 file we created inside the Pepsi, right? Yes, no. How many people they can able to utilize this F1 files? 2. How? Only one I1. I1 is a owner. I1 is a group owner, right? Maybe I2 also he need to use. then what we need to do? We need to modify the group ownership, right? That's it now. Right? So here, while we are trying to creating the files inside the Pepsi, automatically the group owner should Red Hat. Then how? So we should not do manually. While you are trying to creating by default, group owner should Red Hat. Let's see. chmod g plus yes. Special permission. G plus already we provide W, right? Why you again you are going to provide W, man? Before we provided W permission, right? Then now we are trying to providing special permission, right? chmod g plus yes and Pepsi. RWS CD Pepsi, try to log in as a I1 or I2, whatever if you want to can use, right? For example, I'm using I1 only. So touch F2. This is called directory collaboration. Now, maybe I1 as well as I2, both the peoples, they can able to utilize all the files from Pepsi directory, because automatically the group ownership, it got changed. This group having two users. So RW permission will have for this group. Both the users, they can able to access this F2. It's not like this only I1 it is going to access. So I2 also it having the access because he's a group member. This is called directory collaboration. If you're providing the special permission for group, automatically the group ownership, it will change while you are trying to creating the files inside the Pepsi directory. Got it, guys? I hope you're clear online. Can you hear me? Suresh Kumar, Yuvraj. Yes, guys. So clear? So this is called directory collaboration. Special permission for groups. Special permission for groups, you can assign for files and as well as directories. It's not like this. So group special permissions, we need to assign only for files, only for directories. It's not like this. You can assign for both. Right? Okay. Next. Other user special permissions. Other user special permission, you can say sticky permission. Right? So mkdir is a command to create a directory. All right, guys. So now we are trying to creating one directory called 7up. Okay. ఏంటమ్మా వేరే ఎవరైనా పేరు పెట్టదా? 7up ఇష్టం లేదా మీకు? Okay, Nokia. Right? So mkdir Nokia. Right? So in offline, one girl, I think she's doesn't like 7up. Because of that reason, I changed the name as a Nokia, man. Online. Okay. Got it, guys. So mkdir Nokia is a one directory. Who is she? Devyani. What you are going to do? If you know her name, I don't know her name actually. What is your name, ma? Sankirti. Okay. Right. Apple, it's a very cost, man. So it's a costly mobile. Manigandan. Okay. So I'm a very poor guy. Because of that reason, I'm using Nokia, Oppo, Vivo, right? And those all stuff. I'm not that much of rich. Okay. So Manigandan. Whatever if you want to can use, man, any name, your friend's name, your family member's name, No one they are going to use family member's name. I know very well. So what kind of names you are going to use, right? So you can. So, right. So MK, DIR, Nokia is a directory. How to know the properties of Nokia? Right. So let's see guys here. RWX for user, RX for group, RX for other users. Default permissions will have, right? Okay. Who have the access by default for Nokia? Only root, because who's the owner of Nokia? Root only. So root, he can able to create the files and directories inside the Nokia. So apart from root, remaining people that doesn't have the access, because other users having read only permission. If you want, you can try CD Nokia. Try to log in as a I1, right? So now we are trying to creating one file called XYZ permission denied, because Nokia it belongs to root. I got it, guys. So next, exit back to root user home directory, right? Now anybody can create the files and directories inside the Nokia. Then what kind of permissions we need to provide for Nokia? Yes, guys, to whom write permission? Very good, super, right? We need to provide the right permissions for other users. Then anybody can create, not only root. It may be I1, it may be I2, it may be student user, it may be some different user. Any user can create the files and directories inside the Nokia, right? So CD, first of all, we need to change, right? chmod O plus W, then Nokia. So let's check RWX, right? So full permission for other users means anybody can create the files and directories inside the Nokia. If you want, you can try. So CD Nokia, login as a I1, login as a I1, right guys? So try to create one file. For example, L1 is a file, okay? Level 1, okay? L1 is a file. So let's check the list. Who's the owner of L1, guys? I1. Group owner also I1, right? So only I1, he have the access for L1. So he can able to manage L1 file. Okay. Exit from I1. Login as a I2. Login as a I2, right? So try to create one more file called L2, level 2. Then check the list. See guys here. So who's the owner of L2? I2, right? So I'll ask one question. Listen the question first of all carefully, then give the answer. Right, guys? Clear? Nokia other users having full permission for Nokia, right? So for other users will have full permission, right? So I1 he created one file called L1. I2 he created one file called L2. Now we log in as a I2. Can we able to delete the I1's files with I2? Yes, guys. What is O plus W? Suresh. O plus W means we are assigning the W permission for other users. Yes, guys. Can we able to delete the file I1's files with I2? I1, he created L1 file. Now we log in as a I2. This I2, it can able to delete the I1's file? Yes, no. No. Krishna, no. Why no? Let's try. RM-RF L1. We log in as a I2. With the help of I2, we are trying to deleting I1's file. Can we? We can. Because Nokia directory, other permissions are full permissions. Anybody can anything. If you want, you can create. If you want, you can delete for any user's file because it's having the full permission. right? Actually, it is a drawback, right? Yes, no. For example, morning shift people's they like written some scripts and they save the scripts into one directory. Evening people's they came, if they try to deleting, what will happen? What will happen, guys? Again, morning people they are going to. So we are going to lose our productivity, right? That's it now, guys. So how we need to protect this? Everybody should create the files and directories, but only owner he should have the access. I hope you got it, guys. Everybody, it may be Ivan, it may be anybody can create the files and directories inside the Nokia, but only owner should have the access to modify, to delete. So let's see here. Exit, back to root, chmod, O+T, Nokia. Got it, guys? See, RWT. Okay. So try to log in as a root user and then switch to Nokia and log in with I1, right? Actually, L2 is a I2's file, right? I1 is try to deleting L2's file now. Sorry, I2's file. What happens? Operation not permitted. So I hope you're clear, guys. So with the help of sticky permission, we can able to restrict. Anybody can create the files and directories inside the Nokia, but only owner he can able to delete, he can able to modify, he can able to use. Apart from owner, remaining people doesn't have the access. So clear, guys? Online, offline, right? So this is all about special permissions, man. Definitely, 100% you are going to get one question related to special permission. Right? So I hope you're clear. Right, next topic. Next chapter. File permissions completed, guys. We'll do one thing. ACLs also will complete. ACLs also. After completing the ACLs, then we'll start Monday. Will maybe tomorrow we'll complete sudo permissions. Tomorrow Saturday only, na? I thought today Saturday. I'm thinking today Saturday or tomorrow Sunday like that. Okay. Okay. No issues. Now we'll complete ACLs and tomorrow we'll complete sudo permissions. From Monday onwards, new chapter, right? Okay. So let's see, guys, here. ACLs, access control list. Access control list. ACLs. Access control list, ACLs, right? Guys, here we are trying to controlling the access to users and files and directories. Right, guys? Yes, I'll upload. Don't worry. First of all, focus on it. Okay. Mahavir. Okay. So, guys, we are trying to creating one directory called Oppo. Okay. Oppo. Oppo is a directory. So, who's the owner of Oppo? Root. Okay. Very good, Krishna. Okay. Root is the owner of Oppo. Who have the full access? Only root it having the full access for Oppo. Right, guys? Oppo is a directory, root only having the access for Oppo. Okay, so we'll have few user accounts. For example, student user will have, right? Okay. Krishna user will have, right? And and Krishna and one more name I need, man. Okay. Raju user will have. Okay. No Raju. आपका नाम क्या है यार? Maybe renting. Gopal. Then Gopal user will have, right? Money. Okay. Money user also will have. Okay. Money user also will have. Right. Next, we are trying to creating one group. Okay. We are trying to creating one group. You can give any name. For example, group name. Yes, guys. RHEL is a group name. Right? So now we are trying to adding few members into RHEL group. Right? For example, so girls' names. Em per mi peru. SAN. ఏంటి మేడం ఎస్ఆర్ Kirti. It's okay, right? Good. So one more name. Bhavya. Okay. Online. We'll give the preference for online now, okay? Devyani. Actually, right. She's my favorite student. Right? So welcome, Devyani. Right. So let's see here. Kirti and Devyani both belongs to RHEL group. Right? Okay. Right, guys. Give me 1 minute. Right, now it's okay. Okay, guys. So now we'll have few users, few groups, and one directory. Right? Now, who's the owner of Oppo? Root, right? Root is the owner of Oppo. Now, at present, root only having the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Apart from root, remaining peoples that doesn't have the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. It may be student user, it may be Krishna, it may be Gopal, it may be Mani, it may be Kirti and Devyani. Right, guys? I hope you got it, right? So those peoples are other peoples. Only owner, root, he have the access to create the files and directs inside the Oppo. Okay. So if you're providing the full permission for others, now student he can, Krishna he can, Gopal, Mani, Kirti, Devyani, everybody they can able to create. But our intention is we should not provide the full permission for every, like only we need to provide the restricted access, restricted permission for restricted peoples. For example, we need to allow only Krishna, he need to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Instead of providing the permissions for everyone, we are trying to controlling the access according to our requirement. If you want, you can allow. If you want, you can deny. By default, deny access only. By default, Krishna, Gopal, Mani, those people that doesn't have the access, they're unable to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Now we are trying to providing the access for only Krishna. Krishna, he need to create the files and directories inside the Oppo along with the root user. Right, guys? We are controlling access here. Right, guys? We are allowing the Krishna, we are allowing Krishna to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. And if you want, you can allow the groups also. If you allowing groups, group members, they can able to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Then how we need to allow, how we need to provide like this permissions. This is called ACLs, access control list. We are controlling the access to particular user and group. So for particular directory and file. So it's not like this, you need to use only directory. You can use files also, it's not a problem. So I hope you got it, guys. Clear? Right. Coming to ACL concept, here we are going to use two commands, that's it. Only two commands in ACLs. One is get FACL, another one is set FACL. Get FACL and set FACL. Get FACL file name to list out the ACLs. List ACLs. Set FACL is a command to set the ACL permissions. Got it, guys? Set FACL is a command to set the ACL permission. Get FACL is a command to list out the ACL permissions for files and directories, right? Okay, so how we need to allow Krishna to create the files and directories inside the Oppo? Set FACL is a command. -M is an option. M means modification. Got it, guys? Set FACL space -M means modification, right? User or you, whatever, if you want, you can write your wish. Total word, if you want, you can write user or otherwise UNF. U colon. To whom we need to provide the permission? Krishna. Very good. So Krishna colon. What kind of permissions we need to provide for Krishna? Very good. Read, write, and executable permission. Full permission. Krishna, he need to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. So because of that reason, we are providing RWX permission for Krishna. It's not like this, you need to provide RWX, your wish. We are allowing, because of that reason, we are providing RWX. If you need to deny, only R. I hope you got it, guys. Right? Next, comma. GR group, colon. RHEL is a group name. RWX permission for group. Now, Kirti, Devyani, both they have the access, they can able to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Because we are allowing group. So group, if it is having the full permission, always group members also having the full permissions. Now, Kirti, Devyani, both they have the access, they can able to create the files inside the Oppo. So G colon or group colon. Group colon or G colon, both are same, guys. If you want, you can write total word group. Otherwise, G also enough. Okay. G colon RHEL is a group name and RWX is a full permission for group. Then for other users, comma, O colon colon. Remaining peoples are other peoples only. No need to provide the name. Just you can use colon colon. That's enough. O colon colon or other colon colon. Right? R read only permission. So we are providing for whom? Finally, we need to provide the file name or directory name according to your requirement. Oppo. So clear, guys? You can use 7 also, man. Paresh, you can use 7 octal values also. You can use. It's not like this. We need to provide RWX. Instead of RWX, you can use 7, 5. Your wish, right? 755 like this also you can use. It's not a problem. Okay. So got it, guys. I hope you're clear. So how to assign how to provide the access to particular users and particular groups. Right? Okay. So can we do practically? According to this diagram, we'll create everything and then we'll perform the practical session now. Boys groups name, studies. Really? Huh? So boys groups name is study. Mismatch हो रहा है यार. I think it's mismatching, right? So boys study करोगे? Huh? Right, guys. So let's see here. So login as a root, right? Then according to this diagram, we'll create everything. Okay. So we are trying to creating one directory called Oppo. Okay. Then user add is a command. Krishna. Okay. First of all, you need to create. Then without user account to whom you are going to provide the permission, man. Huh? Gopal. Okay. Manikanda, Mani. Okay, right. Right. User add. Kirti and Devyani. Right. Can see GUI also, we can see it's not a problem, but don't bother about GUI. We can see users and groups, we can see in GUI also, it's not a problem. So don't addict to GUI. So you are going to face many problems if you addict with GUI, especially in Linux. Right? Okay. Right. So now let's see, guys, here how to create the group. Group add is a command. Then RHCL is a group name. Then user mod. Then hyphen A capital G. RHCL is a group name. Kirti is a member of RHCL group. And Devyani also. Right? Got it, guys? So if you want, you can check. Right, guys? Okay. Okay. According to our diagram, so we created many users, groups, and those all stuff. Now we'll perform. Okay. Guys, let's see here. How to know the properties of OPPO? ls-ld, right? RWX for user, root having the full permission, RX for group, group having only read and executable permission, RX for other users, right? What is this two, guys? What is this dot? This two, it's a link value. It's linked to your directory size. By default, directory having two, file having one. So two means simple, guys. While you are trying to creating the directory, right? Inside this directory, two hidden directories, it will be created automatically. That is directory count. Okay. When it will become 3, CD OPPO, actually we doesn't have anything, 0 files, but we'll have hidden directories. Two hidden dot. MKDIR, we are trying to creating one directory called dir1, right? Now we'll have one directory called dir1, right? Go back and let's verify the OPPO's properties. See, guys, it became 3. Directory count. How many directories we'll have inside the OPPO, we can able to find from here itself. Got it? This is a link value. It's linked to our directory size. Okay. I hope you're clear. Why 2? By default, directory having 2, file having 1. Clear? I hope you got it, guys. Okay. Then we are trying to deleting the directory. It got deleted, right? Go back, check the list. It became 2. So I hope you're clear. This 2 is a link value. It's linked to whom? Our size. It will show you directories count inside the directory. Clear? Good. What is this dot? Guys, if you having dot means there is no ACL permission for OPPO. One small hint. OPPO is a new directory. We didn't assign any ACL permissions for OPPO as of now. Right, guys? So you'll have the dot. Instead of dot, if you get plus symbol, small plus symbol means it having ACL permissions. Got it, guys? Right. So if you want, you can use getfacl command also. Getfacl OPPO, then hit enter. It will provide you detailed information. Same information only. File name OPPO, owner root, group owner root, owner having full permission, RWX, group having RX permission, other user having RX permission. Right, guys? At present, we doesn't have any ACL permissions for OPPO. Now we are trying to assigning the ACL permission for OPPO. Got it, guys? So how to assign? Set FACL is a command. Hyphen small m is an option. U colon. To whom we need to provide? I think Krishna, right? So for Krishna. RWX. Comma. G colon. RHEL, I think. Group name. RWX. Comma. O colon colon. Read only permission. Finally, to whom we need to provide? For OPPO directory. ls-l d OPPO. See. Before we'll have dot, it became plus, means this directory, it having ACL permissions. So clear? I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no? Right. Then get FACL. If you need to know the detailed information, get FACL, then hit enter. Get FACL Oppo, then hit enter. File name Oppo, owner root, group owner root. See guys here, if you observe, you'll have the permission for Krishna. Krishna having RWX permission for Oppo, and as well as RHCL group also having full permission. So can we able to create the files inside the Oppo with the help of Krishna user? Yes, if you want, you can try. CD Oppo, login as a Krishna. So K1 is a file name. Yes, we can. Can we able to create the files with money user? MA? Oh, capital M, I think, right? Can we able to create the files with Gopal user? No. Can we able to create the files inside the Oppo with Kirti user? Kirti user and Devyani. We can able to create because so we'll have the permission for Kirti and Devyani. Kirti and Devyani both belongs to RHL group. RHL group having full permission, right? Okay, permission deny. Why? I think already we'll have K1, right? Okay. So touch, for example, R1. Right? So if you want, you can log in as a Devyani. Clear? Apart from Kirti, Devyani, and Krishna, remaining peoples, they don't have any access to create the files and directs inside the Oppo. So I hope you're clear, guys, how we need to control the access. Yes, no. As of now, I hope you're clear. Right? Yes, guys, if you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Yes, always Manikantan. If you change the permission for group, always those permissions it is going to apply for users, right? Lakshmi Narayana, CPU has been disabled by the guest operating system. Maybe while you are trying to creating the virtual machine at the time, you did some mistake. You did some mistake. Because of that reason, you are getting like this errors. Right? Delete and recreate the virtual machine again. Okay. Right, guys. So let's see here. Get FACL, Oppo. Guys, if you observe, you'll have a value called mask. Mask, right? And one more thing, you can give recursively also, man. Here, hyphen capital R, you can give. Recursively means if you having any files and directories inside the Oppo, for them also same permissions it will apply. Okay. And mask. Mask means you mask. User file creation mask. So with the help of this mask, we are getting the permissions inside the Oppo. While you are trying to creating the files, those files, how we are getting the permission with the help of this mask value. If you change the mask value, what will happen? Let's see. How to change the mask value? If you change the mask value, then what will happen, right? Set FACL, right? Hyphen M modification. MASK or M, both are same. If you want, you can use MASK word, or otherwise M colon. Actually, mask value having RWX, right? Now make it R permission, R dash dash. To whom? Oppo. Now get FACL, Oppo, then it enter. See guys, what will happen? If we change the mask value, this mask value, it will affect for users and groups. Now Krishna having full permission, but even Krishna having the full permission is unable to create the files and directories because R it got affected for Krishna and R it got affected for RHCL group. If you modify the mask value, so this modification, it will affect for whom? Users and groups. So try to verify CD Oppo, login as a Krishna. Sorry, Krishna, right? Then try to create permission denied. I hope you got it, guys. So mask value, it will affect for whom? It will affect for users and groups. Okay. Can we select and give the permission to selected person in group? See guys, personally means you need to provide the restricted permission to the particular user. Maybe if he having the full permission for group, always that guy, he's a group member, right? The group permission, it will apply for group members. There is no use, right? It will override for user permission, right? Manikanta, I hope you got it. If you want, you can provide the personal, separate permission for your user account. Maybe if it is a member into the group, always group permission, it is going to affect for group members. Hierarchy, OU, group, then user, right? Organization unit, groups, and users. So got it, guys? Right. Let's see here. Now we need to modify set FACL -M M colon RWX for Oppo. Then get FACL Oppo. Effective, it's gone. Then you can create the files and directories with Krishna as well as RHCL. I hope you got it, guys. Right? Yes, no. So this is all about ACLs. Still will have. Okay. Default ACLs. Coming to ACLs, we'll have ACLs and default ACLs. ACLs we completed, we'll have default ACLs. Default ACLs we'll discuss now. So what is default ACLs? Guys, while you are trying to creating the files and directories inside the Oppo, by default, those files and directories should have the ACL permission by default. That is called default ACLs, right? So let's see here. CD Oppo, okay. We log in as a Kirti user. Sorry. Krishna use karenge nahi hai to. Whatever if you want, you can use. It's not a problem. I think small key K, right? Okay. So we log in as a Kirti user. Now what we are doing, we are trying to creating one file or directory, whatever if you want to can create. For example, we are trying to creating one directory called test inside the Oppo with Kirti user. Who's the owner of test directory? Kirti. So guys, it doesn't have any ACL permission by default. Got it? It doesn't have ACL permission. But our intention is, if you are trying to creating the files and directories inside the Oppo, by default, those files and directories should have the ACL permission. According to your requirement, you can use any ACL permissions. It's your wish. I'm going to teach you one tricky permission for you. So along with the default permission, right guys? Let's see here. Guys, Krishna, Kirti, Devyani, those three peoples, they have the access. They can able to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Gopal, Mani, and student users, they doesn't have the access. Okay. Now, our intention is Krishna, Kirti, and Devyani, they are trying to creating few files and folders, means for few directories inside the Oppo. Those directories by default permission should have for Gopal. I hope you got it. Krishna is trying to creating one directory. So this Krishna's directory, Gopal, he need to use by default. But Gopal, he doesn't have the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo directly. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? Krishna, Kirti, and Devyani, those peoples, they have the access. They can able to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. Right? Those directories, Gopal, he need to use by default. But Gopal, he should not have the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. But he have the access, he can able to create the files and directories inside the Krishna's directory and Kirti directory and as well as Devyani's directory. Clear, guys? Let's see how we need to provide. So set FACL -m default RD D colon U colon, right? Gopal capital letter, right? Okay, G. Clear, guys? Set FACL -m space D or default. Whatever if you want, you can write, okay? D colon U colon username and permissions. Finally, to whom we need to provide directory or file name. Oppo. So get FACL Oppo. See, guys, here. Default user Gopal. Gopal, you have the full permission. So CD Oppo, try to log in as a Gopal. Okay. Then try to create few files inside the Oppo directory with Gopal. Can we? Permission denied. What I said, Gopal, he doesn't have the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. But Gopal, he can able to create the files inside the Krishna's directory as well as Kirti's directory and as well as Devyani's directory. Okay. So we'll do one thing. We are trying to log in as a Devyani. Okay. CD Devyani. Then with the help of Devyani user, we are trying to creating one directory. dir2 is a directory. Then check the list. dir2 directory, it having ACL permission by default. See, if you want, you can check get FACL dir2. See, guys, Gopal user, he have the permission for creating the files and directories inside the dir2. But Gopal user, he doesn't have the access to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. But he can able to create the files inside the dir2. Actually, this dir2, it belongs to whom? Devyani. Right? So cd dir2, then try to log in as a Gopal. Then try to create one file called G1. See, we can. Not only Devyani's directories, Gopal, he can able to use Krishna's files and directories, Kirti's files and directories also. So this is called default permissions, default ACLs. I hope you got it, guys. How to assign default. It's not like this. You need to assign like this. You can, your wish, if you want, you can assign any default permission. So this is one kind of small tricky permission. That's it. Got it, guys? Yes, no? Right? So we know very well about ACLs and default ACLs, right? Now we are trying to creating one new directory. We'll have few permission for Oppo, right? ACL permission. A same ACL permissions we need to apply for new directories. So let's see here. We are trying to creating one directory, guys. Okay. mkdir Redmi. Okay. Redmi. Right, guys. Then let's check the Redmi's properties. Default permission. RWX for user, RX for group, RX for other users, right? User owner root and group owner root, right? Okay. How to know the ACL permission for get FACL? Then Redmi. Okay. So we doesn't have any ACLs because here we'll have dot, right? Dot means there is no ACLs. Now get FACL, Oppo. Oppo having ACL permission, same ACL permissions I need to apply for Redmi. Manually you need to do means it will take long time. Again, we need to execute those all the commands. So how to copy the ACL permissions from one directory to another directory, one file to another file, let's see. Get FACL, Oppo, set FACL, -set -file is equal to -space, then destination directory name Redmi. Get FACL is a command. Source directory name. Piping means we are executing those both the command at a time with combination, right? So set FACL -set -file is equal to hyphen. Guys, here you need to keep space. It's a mandatory. In between hyphen and directory name. Here you need to keep the space. Okay. Got it, guys? Before we doesn't have ACLs, now we got. If you want, you can check. Get FACL, Redmi. Same Oppo ACL permissions for Redmi. So clear, guys? Like this, you can copy the permissions from one directory to another directory. Got it, guys? Okay. So I hope you're clear how to copy, right? Then we know how to assign the ACLs, how to assign the default ACLs, how we need to copy the ACL permissions from one directory to another directory, one file to another file, everything we know, right? But how to remove the ACLs? Huh? अभिमन्यु के जैसे अपना पोजीशन अभी, राइट? पद्मव्यूह में जाना पता है, बाहर आना पता नहीं है, राइट? सुनना है ना, right? So how to remove the ACL permissions? Now we'll discuss. Let's see, guys, here. Get FACL Oppo. Now we need to remove the permissions for Krishna, right? Set FACL -X is option. -X is an option, right? And U:Krishna. Then Oppo. Get FACL Oppo. See, Krishna is unable to create the files and directories inside the Oppo. We remove the permission for Krishna. We deny the access. I hope you got it, guys. Set FACL -X. We are removing the permission for RHEL from Oppo. Get FACL Oppo. See, guys, there is no permission for RHEL also. Means Kirti and Devyani, they are unable to create the files and directories inside the Oppo now. Now we need to remove all the permission at a time. One by one, I hope you're clear. So for users, for groups, for other users, you can remove, it's not a problem. So you need to remove entire ACL permissions at a time. Set FACL -B, then Oppo. Got it, guys? So I hope you're clear. How to remove the ACL permission? Again, we got a default permissions. If you want, you can check. See, we got dot. Dot means there is no ACLs. So like this, you can apply ACL permissions for files and directories. So I hope you got it. Online and offline. If you having any doubts, any questions, please. Tomorrow, sudo permissions, right? Sudo super user do. In AWS, you'll have easy to user, right? Like the same way we are going to provide the permission for student. Not only for student, you can give for any user account, like it may be U1, U2, whatever it may be, okay? It doesn't have day 13 link, man. Abhishek, you need to ask to administrator, okay? I have only till 1 to 12. 12 days sessions only I have. I don't have. If you want, you can check. See, only 12 days. Right? So I hope you're clear. Yes, no. Yes, guys, if you're having any doubts, any questions, please give me 1 minute. I'll upload now itself only that file.